settle in to...
All right, you guys, let's go. We're going to be covering the press conference after game number 9 between Ding and Gukesh ends in a draw. So let's listen and hear what the players have to say.
Ask your questions, line up at the microphone and ask your questions. Please restrict your questions to just one, and we'll see whether or not we can get you to go around a second time if we have time. My question is for the challenger. It was a terrific fight in terms of the kind of precision we see at the highest level. What is your overall impression of the game itself as you came in and what actually transpired?
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was just a very, very precise game from both sides. Maybe I had some edge after bishop a5, and maybe this queen b5 was a bit too fast. Yeah. I mean, the next few moves. Take bishop f3, rook a6. Yeah, maybe here instead of queen b5, I can do something.
But they're
like
also
or knight e5. But okay, it should be a small edge.
But they're also missing. They're also.
But I thought this queen b5 was actually working concretely. But I think rook a2, knight b6, queen a7, and then rook b8.
Too optimistic.
Was very precise.
Too optimistic from Gukesh again. Way too optimistic about everything. Way too optimistic. I know we'll catch up with the live and everything, but way too optimistic again. Same as the previous games. Thinks he has a big edge when he has no edge. Thinks that queen b5 is good when it just draws the game. No objectivity. He's way too overconfident. The way he's evaluating just isn't actually there. He's actually way over evaluating every game is what it feels like, which is again not a good sign. He's gonna have to dial it down a little bit because like if he's too overconfident, bad things can happen. Yeah, it's just a draw, completely a draw here.
And then after that?
Yeah, I mean after that, okay, I guess I didn't play precisely, but okay, I mean it should just be a draw.
Question to you, same question to you. Your overall impressions of the game?
I thought I was under pressure out of the opening. I know this line was played by Giri, and yeah, he always has some ideas in the opening. But I just forgot it, which was the line I checked. I think I played normal and c5. I think it must be played, otherwise he has c5.
He mentions Anish.
And the structure is very dangerous for black. But after that, I think white is slightly better. And here he can also take with the pawn. I can take here. Yes, and
wait, I thought it was knight
slightly
c5.
better for white. This came as a surprise. I have many moves: rook b8, queen b6. Rook b8, I don't like queen a1. My queen doesn't have a good square. Or maybe my attacking play can compensation for that. Also, if I close queen b6, I'm worried about knight b3 and bishop a5 in the air. Yeah, this line.
Audio should be fine. Audio should be fine, you guys.
I don't know if it work or not. I take the bishop, and if
we saw this line.
Here I have queen b4. Queen b6. Maybe this line working for black. Maybe this is also playable.
Impressive. Impressive. The audio should be fine.
Maybe this is more safer way.
Audio should be fine. It's just Ding talking softly.
After the game, my second told me that I can actually take here. And this was what I missed when I played knight b6. And here I calculate bishop f8, knight d5, king f8.
He didn't see knight d7? Oh, wow. He didn't see knight d7? Wow.
More to stay in the game. And black is not worse at all. I think both, in general, it was a high quality game. Yeah.
I definitely had that impression for everyone watching. 9 rounds. I mean, 9 games have passed now. There's only 5 left. What's your assessment of the games going forward? Tied match. Maybe even a lot of people didn't expect it, especially after the beginning of the first 3 games, fireworks. It seems like you two have kind of measured each other and are fighting like heavyweight fighters at the moment, punch for punch.
And that means we are at the same strength. No one will clear better at this match, so it's going to be tough to win.
Same to you. 9 games in, your first world championship, and toe-to-toe with the world champion. Still, though, 5/10 games left.
Yeah, so far it's been a very interesting match. A few missed chances for me, a few missed chances for him. So overall, it's been we've both shown fighting spirit and some entertaining chess, and 5 more exciting games to go.
All right, I'll open the floor to the press. First question, please.
I mean, Maurice can't be unhappy because it's just very flat. It was
My
a flat
question is to
game.
Gukesh. Sorry, Abhidaya from Chess Base India. My question is to Gukesh. When Ding played the move rook to a6, you played queen to b5. Did you consider playing knight to e5 or something instead?
Yeah,
Here we
and
go.
e5 and e3 both I considered, but oh yeah, it should give a small edge, I think.
Yeah.
Knight e5, I think I thought he can go bishop f8. Yeah, something like this.
It's
I
not
thought
special, but
like
it's a small edge for white.
small
No,
edge.
it's special.
I should have done this, I think, or e3. But when I played queen b5, I had just missed this idea that he can go queen a7 and rook b8. And there were like a lot of tricks in the position, but somehow it's just working concretely for black. Yeah, maybe knight e5 was the right way to go, but it anyway should be equal with precise play.
Another non-chess related question. We have seen you carry the hoodie, but you never wear it. But is there any reason behind that? Or
I mean, I keep it in the players' lounge. I guess it's. I mean, sometimes, for example, in the candidates in Toronto, first round I was basically shivering and I didn't take my jacket. So I just take my jacket whenever
Yeah, someone mentioned
like
this to me,
going
right?
to the game, just in
Yeah.
case if the hall is too cold. Yeah, but here it's fine. But anyways, it's just sitting happily in the lounge.
just a small follow-up to Ding. This is your 6th draw in a row. Have you thought about if the match goes into tie breaks? Do you think who is the favorite in tie breaks?
No answer.
The draw could be broke at any point. The draw streak could be broken at any point. So it's still too early to think about the tiebreak.
Thanks. As a reminder, please restrict your questions to just one question. It's a very long line.
வாசுதேவன் தரன்சியா மற்றும் ட்ரினிட்டி மிரர் குகேஷ் அவர்களுக்கு இந்த ஏட்டு பானை கொடுக்கும்போது உங்கள் மனநிலை எப்படி இருந்தது? கொஞ்சம் ஒரு ஃப்ரீ பானை கொடுத்துட்டு இனிஷியேட்டிவ் எடுக்கிற மாதிரியான பொசிஷனில் போனீங்களா? எப்படி போனீங்க அது?
நான் A2 pawn அடித்தா B6 C5 ரெண்டுமே போகுதுன்னு நினச்சேன். பட் ஓகே, ஐ மீன் B6 C5 ரெண்டுமே அடித்தா ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் a pawn up with a very very pleasant advantage. ஸோ அதனால தான் நான் அங்கே போனேன். பட் இட் வாஸ் பேஸ்ட் ஆன் லைக் நான் குவீன் A7 rook b8 மிஸ் பண்ணதுனால தான் அங்கே போனேன். இல்லைன்னா நான் குவீன் A7 rook b8 பார்த்துருந்தேன்னா நான் E3 இல்லை நைட் E5 ஆடி அந்த பொசிஷனை மெயின்டைன் பண்ணியிருப்பேன். பட் யா, அது எனிவேஸ் ஒரு ரொம்ப சின்ன எட்ஜாக தான் இருந்திருக்கும்.
அதே மாதிரி எல்லா ரவுண்டுமே ஒயிட்டில் வந்து உங்கள் டீம் வந்து ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு ப்ளஸ்ஸோ ஒரு இனிஷியேட்டிவ் எடுத்த மாதிரி இருந்தது. இந்த ரவுண்டு கொஞ்சம் ஒயிட்டில் அவர் சுலபமாக ஈக்குவலைஸ் பண்ண மாதிரி தோணுச்சு. அதை பற்றி
லைக் ஜென்ரலாகவே செஸ்ஸில் 2 பேரும் கரெக்டாக ஆடினா பொசிஷன் ஈக்குவல் தான். ஸோ நாங்கள் இன்னைக்கும் நல்ல ப்ரிப்பரேஷன் தான் நினைக்கிறேன்.
One question, by the way. One question.
என்னோட ஒப்போனண்ட் ப்ரிசைஸாக ஆடினாரு. ஸோ த பொசிஷன் வாஸ் ஈக்குவல்.
So the first question was how he missed about giving the pawn on A2, but he said that he just about missed a little bit of a calculation whereby he could have got back the 2 pawns, but he couldn't get it back. And the next one was in all the whites. So far, his team kind of got the upper hand a little early, but somehow he couldn't
That's not
get
true.
it today. For which he said that when both the players play correctly, sometimes it ends in a draw.
Yeah, see, that's just wrong what he said there. That's just wrong. In 3 of the games with the white, in 3 of the games with the white pieces, he's had pretty decent positions. But again, this is a little bit too over optimistic, and it is a little bit concerning because in game 1, definitely he got what he wanted. Game 3, he got what he wanted. Game 5 in the exchange French, he definitely did not get what he wanted. In game 7 in the Knight of 3 G3 ready, he got what he wanted, and today he definitely did not get what he wanted. So 3 out of 5 is pretty good actually, but it's not 5 out of 5.
Thank you. There are a dozen more reporters online right now, so may I remind you to restrict your questions to just one question. Thank you.
Oh, geez.
Asking on behalf of your fans on Fide's social media, this time from follower Stephen Porter, for you both. Is there any difference psychologically going into the last 5 games after already having played 9 hard-fought ones?
I think it's still the same, the approach. I mean, we just go there and try to play good chess. I think in the last few games I have managed to play very good chess, and for me the main thing will be to just go there with the same energy, play the same level of chess I'm playing, and slightly improve on some critical moments. But yeah, as it gets closer and closer, it's only more exciting.
In general, the strategy is the same as the first game because it's not in the must-win game like last rounds, so it's the same.
Okay,
But the
pretty normal.
ideas are getting less and less because we have tried a lot. That's maybe the main difference.
My name is Atreo. I work for a website called Rev Sports. My question is for Gukesh. Gukesh, in the last 5 rounds, your opponent will have white pieces in 3. Does it, make things a little disconcerting, or does it,
Doesn't
make
matter.
your preparations any different?
Doesn't matter, not at all. Nothing changes.
Nowadays, I think I said this before, nowadays there's not much difference between white and black. I mean, it's because of the computers, pretty much all the lines that were considered dubious now is able to, with black, computers make them work. So now it's just equal game with both colors. So I wouldn't say it's a huge advantage, but before this game I had 3 whites, he had 3 whites, and now after this one draw it doesn't change much really.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Nemo on behalf of the Singaporean Chess Federation. We have seen that Gukesh has declined a repetition twice in this match so far. It has been discussed that in a position where one player repeats the position and the other declines it, the player declining the repetition is putting some kind of psychological pressure on the other, potentially. So for Ding, when Gukesh declined the 3 full repetitions, what were you thinking, and were you expecting him to take the draw in either of the positions?
Today there are no 3 full repetition or
No
occur on
English
board.
or no Mandarin today.
Yeah, so for yesterday, yes, I was quite not so surprised because I also saw he can decline by check and go back, and I just play the moves, which seems very good to me, and I just did not evaluate. I just play.
Fair enough, thank you. And same question for Gukesh. What are your thoughts about declining repetition, and do you think the statement is true at the highest level?
What does
You're
that look
trying to
from
potentially
Maurice?
Put some pressure on Ding.
Yesterday it was
What does that look from
basically that I
Maurice?
didn't realize my position was worse, like I said. But it's more to just keep the game going. Yesterday, and also the game, and this major piece ending where I declined draw, it was mostly because I didn't think I was in serious danger. And yeah, I mean, I just thought I'll play a few more moves to see how the game goes. I mean, at this level, I don't think people get affected by like I mean, avoiding 3 full repetitions. We are both very experienced, and I think that stuff doesn't really affect anyone.
Fair enough. Thank you both very much.
Harish from Malayalam Manorama. My question is for Gukesh. There has been quite some discussion going on on the sidelines about your pawn moves, especially some G4 moves in the initial games and in the last couple of games about some B4 moves as well. Some attributed to some Gajewski's effect. So you also played a move B4 today on the 13th move. Was that part of your preparation today?
I mean, I'm gonna maul here. It's like they're literally trying. I mean, this is called taking chess a little bit too seriously. He played G4 in a couple games with white. Now he's played B4 in a couple games with white. It's just the opening. It's just chess. You just play pawn moves. It's not like there's some grand strategy to it. There's no grand strategy.
Okay. Yeah, yesterday, I mean,
there's no grand
last white
strategy
game
to
also
it.
I played before. Yeah. No, today's before, I think, like, I don't know if I saw this position or I couldn't remember the exact details, but I saw something very similar, but yeah, I couldn't recall exactly during the game. So I was just, I think before idea I kind of saw in this position or something very similar. So it was not exact preparation, but I was aware of this idea.
Reese does not look happy.
Abhinav from US Chess. I have a question for the world champion. Early on, you were dealing with this age-old question in the Catalan or Queen's Indian, bishop b7 or bishop a6, both of which were considered very, very close to equal by Sese, Leela, all the top engines. Can you give us a little bit of insight into why you ended up choosing bishop b7 over bishop a6?
Yeah. This is a bad question. This is just a bad question. This is, again, like these last two guys, they're taking chess a little bit too seriously. Like you just pick something. You just pick something. There's no difference. You just pick something and you just play it.
A6, I maybe it's also playable if knight d2 I can take the pawn here.
By the way, just to be clear, I'm not laughing at Ding. I'm laughing at the sheer absurdity of the question because I feel like here Ding actually is gonna have to make something up. It's like he probably just looked at bishop b7 and he hasn't looked at bishop a6 recently.
Knight e5, I can simply go rook c8. Maybe it's also a move. I didn't calculate seriously.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hello, Maria from Kick Photo Chess. I have an elite translator with me today, the chief arbiter, the main organizer, Kevin. The question for both players, but first will be addressed to Liren. We are all having a lot of fun watching the games and watching your interaction with your teams, but we would like to know a little bit more into your routine, especially going into rest day. How does your team keep your spirit up, keep your mood up?
Good question,
Can
reasonably.
you tell us a little bit how you interact with your team? What do you do together outside of chess preparation?
Reasonable question.
As you can see, we are working on a budget here. Liren 他的问题就是说
Wait, what did you say?
Translate, please.
As you can see, we are working on a budget here. Liren 他的问题就是说 你有两个教练在这嘛，然后你的准备的时候呢，他们怎么样逗你开心啊，然后你的活动
He said either they have no budget or they're on a budget. Okay, let's keep going.
在哪一个方面最有趣，然后就是让你的心情比较好一点。谢谢。
比赛前我们会打球，运动，然后在这里， 然后更多的还是一起吃饭吧。然后每次休一天都会一起吃饭。然后，对，然后，大概就这样。
Okay.
Ding says that basically lots of sports, lots of games, and having meals together.
Thank you. And the same question to Gukesh, if you can tell us a little more.
Yeah, I'm here with Gayu. I mean, in general, apart from the chess work, he helps, keeping me entertained. He cracks a lot of jokes and stuff. And yeah, I guess whenever on the rest days we try to play some sports and talk about some other stuff. And yeah, since we worked for a long time already, we are quite close, and it's it's like also talking with a friend.
Hello, Matthew Griffin, the Saturday Paper, Australia. During this match, you've got several high-level former World Championship players making comment and analysing the games online. I was just wondering if you ever tempted to look at any of those
good question.
analysis, and if not, how difficult it is to stay isolated from the distraction of social
Good question.
media.
Good question. Good question, actually.
Is that for both players?
Oh, yeah, sorry, for both players.
Sure. Good. Actually, a good question.
Yeah, in general, during tournaments, I don't really follow any kind of social media. I mean, if there is something important that I need to know, obviously my team will tell me. But I myself don't go on the internet and look at things. In general, it's also not that tough for me because I'm quite used to not being in social media too much.
I think there's no need to block social media during the match. So sometimes I also follow it on the internet. Sometimes it's a way to...
No need to block it, boys. No need to block it. Just watch everything.
Release the stress after the game.
Ajit Kumar from the...
Closest to the mic, please.
Hi, I'm Ajit Kumar from the Hindu newspaper. My question is to Gukesh. Gukesh, you might have noticed that in the new FIDE rating list, Arjun Erigesi has crossed, your teammate at the Olympiad has crossed 2800. How important do you think that's for Indian chess when all of you are breaking into the top 10 together?
Yeah.
I mean, that's such a, like, he's literally like saying it, Phil. He's like, well, you know, Arjun's better than you. What do you think of that? I mean, it's what it sounds like.
Yeah, first of all, congrats to Arjun. I mean, I guess he crossed live before and then he crossed the official rating. But yeah, I mean, it's fully deserved, and he's the second Indian after Vishay sir to cross 2800. So it's a very important achievement, and it just motivates. It has
nothing to do with the match at all. Like, nothing to do at all.
Yeah, we all compete against each other. We all have good relations with each other. So, yeah, it's. I'm also happy for him, but also it's a nice motivating factor.
That was a very weird question to ask.
Hi, I'm Kyla, representing the local organizing committee, and my question goes to world champion Ding Liren. You mentioned that you don't mind browsing the web and going online during the match, but there have been online commentators and netizens and even top players sharing very strong opinions about the match and about both players' performances. Do you see those comments? And if so, do they affect you, or how do you prevent them from affecting you?
Yeah, I saw that I'm always underestimated my position, and my opponent always overestimated it. I also saw someone said I always made draw even if I'm better, but this doesn't affect me, I think.
Is that Nepo who said that?
They're just telling them truth.
No. I mean, I think that making a draw is probably Nepo. Actually, that's not me. I think that's Nepo. That's probably Nepo he's talking about, right? He admits it like a Giga Chad, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean that has to be about Nepo. Does Magnus? I mean, I've said it a little bit, but I haven't been as vocal about like the making draws every time. I assume that's Nepo or Magnus, but I don't know which one. Probably
Okay,
Magnus.
thank you very much.
It's me. I mean, I've said a little bit, but not like making draws every game.
Prashant
Better.
on behalf of Dopamine Media and Chessbase India, and my question is for Gukesh. Gukesh, this contest between you and Ding seems like up till now seems like a perfect demonstration of the Batman quote, which is, "This is what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object." So after 9 games, what do you feel like? The one force.
Wait, that's a Batman? Wait, that's a Batman? That's not a Batman quote, is it? Wait. No, like that's a legit thing. Yeah, that's like a legit paradox. That's not a Batman. That's not a Batman quote. It's a very famous quote, but it's definitely not originally from Batman. I'm sure of that. It might be in the movie, but it's not. That's like when you hear the Bye 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 song in Deadpool, and you're like, oh, it's a Deadpool song, right? Except it's not. It's the exact same thing. It might have been said in that, but it's definitely not from Batman originally. It's just like how in Deadpool there's like the Bye 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 NSYNC song. And it's like I heard people say this on my show. They're like, oh, you like this is a song from Deadpool, right? When it obviously is not. But anyway, let's keep going.
Forcing or the one resisting?
I guess in few games it was the one I was the one fighting for a draw. Some games, especially in the last few games, I was the one pushing really hard. I mean, the last 2 games I had like winning chances. So I guess it's been a bit up and down, but overall I especially in the last few games I think I'm playing pretty well, and yeah, just hope to continuing playing good games, and hopefully at some point, I mean, when I do the right things, I believe that the results will come. So
okay, fair enough.
I'll just try to continue doing the right things.
Thank you.
I'm Mike Klein with Chess.com, and I have a question for Grandmaster Gukesh. This is a question that comes up nearly every year, but hasn't been asked this year, and it being your first World Championship, I'll address it to you. There's talk sometimes of having the rapid tiebreak take place before round 1, and this gives the public two benefits. Number 1, they get to see rapid, and number 2, they get to know in case of a tie who wins. Basically, you play the tiebreak first. Would you be in favor of such a schedule change, and could you see how this would create more excitement for fans?
Probably hasn't even thought about it. I doubt either player's thought about it.
Like heard about this before, but yeah, it's I don't know. I don't really have any opinion, but I remember like a few years back, like before they had tie breaks, they had like the challenger has to score +1, yeah,
right,
correct,
to win the title. So I guess the tie break would be kind of similar, because whoever wins tie break can just like make all draws. So it's I mean, try to make all draws. So I think nowadays it makes sense to have it after classical, because like I mean, if a player has to score +1, it really puts a lot of pressure on him. So yeah, I think it doesn't make too much sense.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree, by the way. As someone said in chat, it's literally like, okay, let's just play overtime and then let's play the game. I mean, that's literally what it literally what I would say. Is that it feels like it's, yeah, why have you, it's like, let's have overtime and let's play the game. I mean, come on, that's just stupid. Or it's like, let's play a tiebreaker in tennis and then we'll play and see if it's 6-6. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Michael Rahal from Freedom Media. My question is for Ding Liren. So, Ding, yesterday you said that you wouldn't be playing the Blitz and Rapid at the end of the year. Most of the top players are playing. There's quite a few very strong Chinese grandmasters playing. Gukesh is playing. You're a very good Blitz and Rapid player. The last time you played it was 2017 in Saudi Arabia. I think many of us are really surprised that being such a strong player as you are, also being world champion, you've missed this tournament 7 years running. Could you explain to us, if possible, the reasons why you're skipping this such an important event every year?
By the way, I'm just going to be honest. This is an absolutely horrible question. This might be the worst question in my opinion that's been asked today. Like this is not a good question. I'll tell you why it's not a good question. It's not a good question because it has nothing to do with the match overall. And secondly, if you want to ask Ding why, basically what he's saying without saying it, he's trying to put it in a different context. He's basically saying, you know, you're the world champion. Why aren't you like holding up this great title that you have? You know, by playing every tournament. That's basically what he's saying, but he's trying to spin it in a way so it doesn't come off looking like that. But it's a very bad question. You know, he's asking what he's like saying, he should just straight up say, he should be like, you know what? You're world champion. Why aren't you playing all these tournaments and representing chess or whatever, however you want to put it, versus trying to like spin it in like, so oh, you're not playing the World Rapid and Blitz, but you're world champion. Why aren't you doing it? This question I really don't like. This is probably my least favorite question of the day. Because also it's another example, like, why are you asking this right now, first of all? But then secondly, you could have said the same thing about me. It's like, you know, why have I skipped? Like, I'm playing this year, but I've skipped what, the last 2 or 3? I've skipped a lot of the World Rapid and Blitz championships over the years too. No, it's a question framed badly. It's a decent question framed very badly.
Yeah, before I think I didn't take this as seriously as the Classical World Championship. And this year, the reason is I'm taking a lesson from last year, because last year I played in Romania immediately after World Championship match.
You did badly, yep.
In a very tired situation. So this year I want to have some rest after this tense match.
Are you planning to play in the future, in future years? Is it a tournament you'd like to participate in?
Yeah, I cannot say never.
Nice.
And one last question for both of you. I've picked the most popular question from our Twitter feed from Moons Zawal. If you both had one opportunity during today's game, one opportunity to sneak at the evaluation bar and the engine, which would be your moment to check the engine? At what move during today's game?
Actually, a good question. Of course, it's ironic that this question comes from someone online and not from someone there asking. This is actually a good question. This question, I'm gonna try to answer it for them while they think. So the first question is, I think that for Gukesh, he would say before, he would probably say, if I had to guess, he would say, I'm guessing he would say after C5. I would guess after C5 is when he would say it. And for Ding, he probably would say in the position, either the same position or after Bishop A5. Let's see what they say.
First Gukesh and then Ding Liren. One opportunity.
I wouldn't want to cheat at any point.
Nice.
The champion?
Well, for today, I didn't have any chance, so maybe I will use it for the future.
With that, we will end tonight's press conference. We have a rest day tomorrow, and we will come back on Saturday for game number 10. Everyone, have a great night.
All right, guys. Well, that was another uneventful press conference. I mean, today's game was very boring, so I don't think you can really blame the questions. I mean, there were a few that I didn't really like, but overall, it was just a very, very boring, dry day. So it just wasn't very exciting, honestly. It just wasn't exciting. So at any rate, you guys, that is the press conference after the 9th game of the 2024 World Championship match, which ended in a draw between Ding and Gukesh. They are all square at 4.5 and a piece as they head to the 3rd rest day. So it's going to be pretty exciting. Heading into the home stretch, I believe they play 3 more games after the rest day. But at any rate, I hope you guys enjoyed catching this press conference along with me. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure that you smash that subscribe button below, and we'll be back with more press conferences, more recaps, and everything else. So hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.